Number one thing I got out of the Pacific Institute training was that I have the power to speak to my own future, to change it for the better. It's not about what's happening now or my position now, is where I can be and the possibilities that I hold within myself.
I think everybody is more focused on their job here.
We're always pointing out like the positive things, or we're like encouraging each other now.
What I have seen as a result of the training here at work amongst the leadership group is a completely different approach to how we handle issues and problems and situations.
So you come in here ready to learn, ready to work, and just be positive to changes.
I think we're going places, actually.
When you put your potential to work and when you see the possibilities, you can accomplish anything.
Number one thing for me is I've become more positive and encouraging with my children and as a coach with everyone.
I think there's more listening and understanding.
The fact that I was completely unaware of the negative thoughts I was having all through my life, professionally, personally, mainly personally. Negative reinforcement with my children and myself. Right? I always felt that you pushed yourself by wanting to be better, by reinforcing without my knowledge the things I was doing wrong, instead of this is where I want to be and there are positive ways to get there and here's how I do it.
I think it's a lot easier to communicate with operators, a lot easier to communicate to other operations staff.
It opened up my eyes to a lot of opportunity that was out there that I know I can accomplish.
I've gone easier on myself now. Like if I make a little mistake, I don't browbeat myself into oblivion anymore.
Through my affirmation process and learning to grow inside of myself, and with the help of some of my counterparts to help me with my affirmations, facilitating is awesome. I'd like to do every single class.
Can't be the program of the month. I mean, it has to be a lifestyle change. It has to be the way you think. All of us have to absolutely think differently. All of us have to think about the possibilities. We have to think about, how would we like to be when we grow up? What do we want to look like? And then put ourselves in that position.
The most powerful piece for me was to understand my self-talk and how the biggest limitation to my performance was inside me, not external to me. And so much more of the world was in my control than I thought previously.
With my kids, number one, it made me be able to sit back and direct them the way I wanted to go in a positive direction, which they automatically accept, versus the old hard hand situation, which didn't work on me, it isn't working on them, so it has helped out.
I brought it home with my family, my kids. I taught them, some of the things that I learned in the classes, and I just think that all of them feel their life because of it.
Getting rid of some of my negative ideas and being more positive every day, from morning to night, because it's hard, but Pacific Institute shows you ways to do it.
Me and my family have our own home now. So that was the affirmation of mine. First one I wrote was to get out of my father's house. I was helping provide for him, but I just said I was financially stable enough to get out and do it ourselves, and now we're doing it. So.
And let me say that I was probably one of the most negative employees before this whole process started. As far as I was concerned, management was my adversary no matter what. But throughout this whole process, and what I've learned thus far, is not only do I use it at work, but more importantly, I use it at home with my daughters. And best examples, I was talking about my daughter. She hadn't been scoring points in basketball. I said, well, I see you scoring at least 10 points today. You're a good ball player, this, that, and the other. And I says, no, say it. And she thought I was goofier than heck. So she said it. I says, now let's say it together. And we said it over and over again while I was taking her to the basketball game. And I'll be darned if she didn't score 10 points. She scored over half the points that they scored that day. So that's the best example I got, and probably the most important thing I've learned is how to use it in my own personal life.
I myself, coming to work at the prison gate. That's the way I used to look at it. I'd sit out on a picnic table, indulge in some break time activities, and just sit there and think, God, 3 more hours till I get out of here, 2.5 more hours till I get out of here. I feel like this is a prison, and now it's not so much a prison. It's a place that pays my bills, that keeps me going. It educates me. It makes a lot of stuff possible in my life.
Well, you can continue on with the training that we are doing, but just reinforce it out on the floor every day. And one thing that's been real good, I've just got a new plant. I didn't know very many of the guys on the floor. And as they're going through training, which they're starting to go through fairly quick, it gives me somebody to talk to every day. So I've been touching base with these guys on almost a daily basis, doing your affirmations, how's it going on the floor, call them by name, get to know them a little bit better, and I think that'll just spread throughout the plant.
The future is gonna grow. It will grow. Like, I recommend whoever hasn't went should go. I think the whole plant should go. Worldwide, nationwide, plant 1, 7, each plant should go. And it would uplift everybody's spirit, and everybody would be more open-minded. It would change the whole atmosphere would be different. It would be not so much negativity, a more positive vibe throughout. You'll see more smiles walking down the hall. You see more smiles.
It's easy to look at where you are now, and say, I'll never make it. I'll never have good credit, or I'll never have, a great salary. But when you put your potential to work, and when you see the possibilities, you can accomplish anything.